Okay, it's 4:15 in the afternoon on the 29th of September 2009. We're down the beach in the old caravan. The boys are just going down the wharf fishing. They did some white baiting this morning. Caught about a cupful, I suppose. It's been raining non-stop since we started our new adventure. It's very warm though, it's not cold, it's just continuous rain. It's supposed to clear up this afternoon and then I think drizzle again tomorrow. Whew. It's an awesome feeling knowing that your burdens, if you hand them up, can be released from you. And you don't carry all the stress and all the hassles and everything that we put upon ourselves, because we do. The majority of our problems we place amongst ourselves. We put on our own shoulders. We create the stress in our lives to a large degree. Getting rid of everything at the auction, everything we owned at the auction, except for a few bits and pieces, was after it's all gone through. It feels really good. Gosh, what an amazing feeling. It feels really free. It's amazing how hung up we can get on stuff. Our whole world's revolve around stuff. Trying to get more stuff, better stuff, bigger stuff, more expensive stuff. Stuff that the neighbours don't have. Stuff that we think we really need. Stuff that we buy to make our lives easier, but we have to work longer hours, sacrifice our family time to pay for. It's amazing, isn't it? I wonder if people actually ever stop when they go into a shop and you see the big sales. Do people actually ever stop and think, how is this going to take the stress out of my life? You know, I might have the money sitting there, and that's very fortunate if you do. I might have that money sitting there, but if I get a bigger television, is that going to take all the worries from my family? Is that going to make my life better? Am I going to become a better person by buying a bigger television, a big flat screen television? Or is it going to create more arguments in the family? Who's touching it to start with? Because, you know, you're not going to want anybody playing with it. You're not going to want anybody touching it in case they do something wrong. They muck the set up, or you play with your remote. You know, when you first get stuff, you're very, very protective. And then the bills come in. Perhaps it's a delayed payment. You don't have to pay for it for 12 months. Your circumstances change. What happens in 12 months' time? Because in that 12 months, there's a fairly good possibility that something's broken down, or you're going to have to buy something or replace something or fix something. Could be your health, your house, your roof. Could be bailing the kids out. How's that payment, that decision that you made 12 months ago, going to affect your future? Perhaps 12 months ago that wasn't even anything to consider. Having got rid of everything, we don't have to worry about stuff. And now the stuff that we've still got in the shed, we left some stuff in the shed. Just a few basic tools, sentimental things. Not really much, really. When it boils down to it, it's not really of anything of huge value or anything. Even that stuff, I mean, I'm looking here. I'm looking at our two big suitcases and our two little suitcases, and I'm actually thinking to myself, after being here for 2 or 3 days, actually, how much stuff's in those suitcases? Do we actually work out how many different clothes we wear? I think by the end of this week, I'm going to take a lot of stuff out of those suitcases. It's going to be interesting. Because I think last week when I was packing them, the stuff that I thought that I needed, because I was looking for going out time, I don't know what job I'm going to get, so I don't know what sort of clothes I need. Do I put in old clothes as well, or do I just put in good clothes? Do I put in any good clothes, or do I just keep the old clothes? Do I keep casual clothes? And then do I keep hot clothes? clothes for hot weather, or do we going to end up somewhere that's going to be quite cool? It's very liberating, and it's given me pause for thought, because the things that I thought were important last week, even these few days on of being released of those things, I look back now and the decisions that I made last week, the important decisions that I made last week on the things that we were going to keep, or the things that I've kept, just don't seem important anymore. You know, all sorts of bits and pieces that I've thrown in, and now that I've been sitting here, I haven't even opened up. I've stayed in the same pair of jeans, washed my knickers, I've changed my t-shirt, and I've changed my socks. You know, you wash your knickers out and your socks out each night, it's not a big deal. You know, you don't leave your washing all week, you don't do your washing once a week. If you rinse your stuff out and wash it all out, you know, even every 2 days, hang it up, it's all dry, it's done. But yeah. Now, I've learnt a lot in the last couple of days. I've hardly left the caravan, I've been just sitting here reading and thinking and watching. I like what I'm learning about myself. I like what I'm thinking, and I like what I'm learning about how I see things differently. So far it's been really, really good. I've had no worries about anything. I thought I'd be fretting a lot more about things that haven't happened yet. You know, we get panicking. You always worry about stuff that hasn't even happened. But it's like I have no worries, no problems. I've got my husband, my best friend in the whole world. You know, he's right beside me and loving every minute of it, except for the rain. Anybody can sell their stuff. And if there's certain pieces that really mean something to you, you can leave them in storage or leave them with family or friends. It's not like, you know, it's the end of the world. You can live in a tent, you can live in a caravan. You can pick up a bloody old dunger of a caravan, put it in a bucket and wash in the basin. You know, it doesn't matter, it's just stuff. And it's great fun. It's really good fun, and anybody can be in this position. And when you don't have all that stuff, you don't have the power, it's so cheap to live. You know, we've only just started thinking about that side of it, about how expensive we make our lives, which means we have to work harder. And now we don't, and we're going to have even less soon, but when we don't have all of that, you know, even you just don't need that much money. You know, you survive on so little because we've taken out of the equation of everything expensive that our lives revolved around. I mean, even down to the food. You know, 3 days worth of food. We've had, I don't know, half a dozen eggs. We've had a loaf of bread, a bit of butter, a couple of bits of bacon, because that's our sort of once a week thing. I cooked some sticky ribs for tea last night and we just munched out on them. Sandwiches. I had some cold meat in the fridge before we left home. I just chucked that in the fridge and we just have been having cold meat sandwiches and stuff. It's just, nothing's really cost anything, and it's half the week's gone. And we've probably eaten a total accumulation of maybe, I don't know, if I was to be realistic, probably about $20 worth of tucker. Anyway, that's what I've learnt over the last couple of days. Very interesting. Very interesting.